Okay, so good day, everyone. So I was tasked to rationalize a bit of your prelim compre exam. Okay, so let's try to go over the answers. So basically, this one is a recorded video. So you can just access this anytime if you want. If you haven't accessed this one um, during your uh, if you cannot access this one this moment. Okay, so you for those who cannot access it, just tell for those who can access it now, please tell to those who did not. Okay, to just watch the video, and if you want to review, you can use this also. Okay, in the future. So basically, this I was going over the questions. It's basically anatomy, and health assessment. So, which means this is the same, the anatomy of your beautiful body, okay, of your beautiful body is the same with the anatomy of the beautiful body in the other countries, okay. So, and in the other books. So basically, this is very much verbatim. It was lifted from the book, okay. That actually it was made as a question for you to be knowledge, to be challenged, your beautiful minds to be challenged. Okay, so let's go over the items. So for number one, the word, let's go over the instructions. Choose the best answer and shade it on the answer sheet provided for you. In your case, since you were using the canvas, you are basically going to click it. Okay, so please answer. It was mentioned also that that you need to answer it uh, independently. So no cheating and no erasures. Okay, so let's go over number one. The vital function necessary for survival, which include heart rate, blood pressure, and respiration, are controlled by, of course naman, medulla oblongata yan. Okay? The medulla oblongata controls the vital necessary functions for survival. This includes your heart rate, blood pressure, and respiration. Especially respiration. Pag respiration yan, medulla oblongata agad ang nasa isip nyo dapat. Okay? Your reticular information, this is basically a part of the functioning of your brain. Okay? Um, that includes yung ating, basta, ganun yun. And your pituitary gland, this one are responsible. This is your master gland actually. This is responsible for the different glands in your body, particularly your thyroid gland. What else? Your adrenal gland, ano pa, your pancreas, what else? Your parathyroid gland, your sex glands, okay? And of course, your brain, which is in general controlling all these things. But of course, we need to be specific with regards to your answers. Okay, now for number two. So the answer there is letter A. Okay, for number two, I'll just arrange the. Okay, for number two, the three main aortic branches of the ascending aorta, which of the following is not included? Of course, yung jugular vein yan. Okay, your jugular vein, it's not included. So your brachiocephalic artery, left common carotid artery, and your subclavian artery are the main three branches of your ascending aorta. Okay, for number three, membranous sac around the heart. Okay, that is your pericardium. Napakadali, Diyos ko Lord. That is your pericardium. Why not endocardium? Why not myocardium and your epicardium? These are the layers of your heart. Okay? These are the layers of your heart. Yung endocardium, myocardium, and your epicardium. Your pericardium is the one that is covering your heart. It is a membrane, okay, that covers your heart. Okay. And number four, ejection of blood from the left ventricle into the aorta produces a pressure wave which travels rapidly along the arteries are called your pulse. Yan po yung pulse, the one that you are assessing. Okay, so you can actually assess your pulse from the different parts of your body. Your dito sa ating dito sa ating neck part, you have your brachial pulse, your radial pulse, we have your femoral pulse, your popliteal pulse, and your dorsalis pedis pulse. May mga ganun tayo. So, the answer there is letter A. Pulse is the wave-like pressure that is created in the arteries as the left ventricle contracts. Okay? Your pulse pressure is the difference between your diastolic and your systolic and diastolic. For example, your BP is 120 over 80. So, the difference between that is basically your pulse pressure. And why not letter C? Blood pressure is the pressure created by the blood as they travel along the arteries, considering the peripheral resistance. So basically, the blood pressure is the pressure exerted by your blood into the arterial wall. Okay? It is the pressure exerted by your blood into the arterial wall. Okay. Letter D is cardiac output is the amount of blood ejected by the left ventricle after each contraction in a full minute. Okay? In a full minute. So, your cardiac output, basically, you have a formula there, ano? So, it says there is the amount of blood ejected by the left ventricle each contraction in a full minute. How many seconds in a minute? Okay, 60, di ba? So, per pump, okay? Usually kasi ang kwan dyan, usually the amount of blood that is ejected per contraction is 60 to 70 ml. Okay, for a normal adult. Okay? So, you multiply that by 60. So, ibig sabihin, 60 times 60 ml 60 ml times 60 per minute natin, no? 60 ml times 60 is equals to mga 4,220 ml. So basically, your cardiac output, your normal cardiac output is basically 4,200 to 4,700. Kung if your cardiac output per your stroke volume, you call that stroke volume actually, the amount of blood that is being ejected by your heart per contraction, that is your stroke volume. So kung ilang stroke volume, how many stroke volume in a minute, for example, you have how many pumps in a minute? Mga 60. You can say that 60 times 70 ml per stroke volume. So you multiply 70 times 60, which will actually give you 4,200 ml. Now, if your pulse, your pulse in a minute, you have contracted the heart 80 times in a minute. So 80 times 70 ml, that will now lead to 5,600 ml cardiac output per minute. Okay? So if it's not clear, you just PM me. Okay? So you can just ask me. Okay? PM. Number 5, all of the following are functions of the spleen except it recycles worn out RBC. Yes, it recycles worn out RBC. And also, they are also responsible in the production of your bilirubin. Okay? So, yung RBC na yan, they transport it into the dead RBC, they transport it into your liver to be synthesized. Okay? Okay? Trap debris that is contained by the lymph that pass through it. Of course, it stores a deliberate amount of blood in its tissues. Okay? So those are the function of the spleen. except letter D, which is filters blood and separate it into its compartment, into its compartment part. So the answer here is letter D. Of course naman, ano, if the one that filters blood is your kidney, tangina naman kung spleen pang gagawa niyan. So your kidney is the one that filters your blood, okay? Your kidney is the one that filters your blood. I hope you have your anatomy, ano? So the filtration goes from your efferent arterioles going to your glomerulus in your Bowman's capsule. Tapos it will go to your proximal convoluted tubule going down to your descending loop of Henle, the loop of Henle itself, going to your ascending loop of Henle, going to your distal proximal convoluted tubule, and it will go to your collecting ducts. Okay? So, kaya siya meron kang the filtrate now is going to your collecting ducts. And number 6, okay? All of this describes the structure and function of the pharynx. Pharynx, ito. Okay? So, acts as a passage for entering air, the nose, and for those entering the GI tract. That's correct. It extends down from the juncture of the nasal and oral cavities. That's correct. The entire pharynx is composed of striated muscle and lined with mucous membrane. Okay? And of course, it doesn't extend from the 4th to 6th cervical vertebrae attaching to your hyoid bone. Hindi po. Ano? Why? Because your letter D describes the anatomy of your larynx. Hindi po siya pharynx. Okay? So again, this is just anatomy. Now, number 7, it is the lining that directly covers the lung tissues and is termed as, anong term natin dyan? The lungs, ano? Pag lungs yan, so the lung tissues, it means your visceral pleura. Okay? Your visceral pleura. And for example, this is the tissue. This is your lungs. Ano? This is your lungs. This is the visceral pleura. Tapos meron kang yung parietal sac, then your parietal pleura. Okay? So basically, the visceral pleura is the one that is connected or it is attached to your lungs. So visceral pleura directly touches the lungs and protects it from the structure of the proximal structures proximal to the lungs. Yung parietal pleura is covers the lungs right after the protection in your that the visceral pleura gives. C and D are both protection of the lungs outside na ano. Yung mediastinum natin, it is here. Dito yung mediastinum natin, the space here. It is situated so that the heart will be contained. Okay? And your thoracic cage is basically the one that is enclosing the whole lungs. Number 8, the control of respiration in the higher brain occurs where? Superior medulla oblongata na yan. Okay? Superior medulla oblongata. And of course, the answer here in the superior medulla oblongata, in the superior medulla oblongata, inferior pons is where the respiratory tract, respiratory rate is regulated. Hindi siya superior pons. Okay? Letter C, why not letter C? Because the hypothalamus controls more of the body temperature, your hypothalamus. Kung in-heat ka. So kung hindi ka nag-heat, may problema. Ano? Kung hindi ka in-heat, you have a problem in your hypothalamus. Okay? Your cerebellum is responsible for the balance and movement. So basically, if you have a problem in your cerebellum, like for example, you were caught having DUI, ano yan, yung under the influence, if you're caught drunk, under the influence of alcohol, your cerebellum is the one that is affected. That's why you cannot do the the assessment, okay? The assessment that is being done by the police personnel, like for example, standing erect, okay? You are having you have a difficulty balancing yourself because the alcohol basically is the one that the alcohol affects your cerebellum. Okay, that's why you have a problem in your balance. Okay, number 9. Which of the following organ system function in communication and control? Okay, the nervous system yan. Okay, cardiovascular. So of course, it is responsible in your cardiovascular is responsible in um, circulation of blood. Okay, your muscular is basically responsible in your movement. Your lymphatic system is responsible in your one function of your lymphatic system is responsible for your uh, immunity. Okay, and of course, number 10, in the abdominopelvic region where the urinary bladder is located, that is hypogastric. Hypogastric is just between below your umbilicus. Okay? Nasa baba lang po ng umbilicus yung ating abdominopelvic region. Particularly your urinary bladder. Number 11. Which among the following type of tissue is most abundant and widely distributed in the body? Or sinabi to ni Sir Ruiz or your Ma'am Dexy. So basically, that is your connective tissue. Okay? And your cartilage, these are in your joints. Okay? Epithelium, na ito kasali ito nasa skin yan. Okay? And number which of the following cells is otherwise known as your white blood cells? Yung leukocytes natin. Okay? Leukocytes. Your erythrocytes, these are your RBC. Yung leukocytes natin, ito yung WBC or white blood cells. Your platelets, these are the other matters in your blood. So your platelets are the one that is responsible in ano yan? Agglutination. So, ibig sabihin yung, for example, if you have a wound, they will attach themselves so that they will stop the bleeding. Sila po, these are the ones that are being dried. Ito yung nagpepeklat ay yung binabalatan nyo pag nag-heal yung wound. Yan. Osteocytes, these are found in your bones. Number 13, the cranial nerve innervates the anterior 3/3 of your tongue. That is basically your trigeminal nerve. Okay? That is your trigeminal nerve. Number 14, which of the following is the best function of your integumentary system? Of course, that is protection. Okay? Protection. Although excretion and temperature regulation is also a function, but it says there the best function of the primary. So basically, it protects you. Okay, number 15. Which among the following cells produces the most pigment molecules? Ito, melanin. Kaya itong yung melanocytes. Okay? Melanocytes. Okay. Number 16. Which part of the brain stem is responsible for swallowing, vomiting, coughing, and sneezing? Again, that is your medulla oblongata. We mentioned a while ago that the cerebellum is responsible for balance. Hypothalamus is responsible for your thermoregulation. Your midbrain is basically it encloses your medulla oblongata, your pons, and your cerebellum, yung midbrain natin. And yes, I think so. And the primary function of your gallbladder is to store and excrete bile. Yan yung abdo, no? It stores and excrete bile. So your bile is responsible in the emulsification of your fats, no? Yung fats na kinakain mo. So they are responsible in the emulsification of your fats. Okay? So although it also aids in the it doesn't aid in the digestion of your protein. So you have another, yung protease po ang responsible dyan. It is coming from your pancreas, yung digestion ng protein natin. Okay? And number 18, which part of the brain coordinates voluntary movement? Cerebrum. Okay? Dapat yan, kuhan. Ito, it is your cerebrum. It coordinates. Ito kasi yung cerebellum sa balance lang, no? But your cerebellum is the one that is initiating. Okay? It coordinates. It coordinates your movement, voluntary movement. Number 19, which region of the tongue reacts strongest to sour taste? Of course, yung ating sides. Okay? Sides of the tongue. Okay? Number 20, the region of the eye is concerned primarily with image formation. That is your retina. Yan po yung retina. The region of the eye is concerned primarily for image formation. That is your retina. And 21, which of the following, endocrine gland is responsible for metabolism? Of course, ito po yung thyroid natin, ha? Thyroid. It is your thyroid. Your adrenal gland is responsible for your production of hormones such as yung ating aldosterone that regulates blood pressure. Your pancreas is responsible for producing insulin. Okay? That regulates your blood sugar. Not only insulin, but also glucagon. Okay? Your pituitary gland is basically the master gland. They control your pancreas, your adrenal gland, and your thyroid gland. And number 22, maginaw. Number 22, what is the major artery that carries oxygenated blood? Of course, yan. Your major artery is your aorta. No? Is your aorta that carries oxygenated blood. Saan galing yung oxygenated blood going to your aorta? So basically, if you try to look at the passage, on how the blood is being oxygenated, of course, unoxygenated blood came from your inferior vena cava and your superior vena cava, correct? So it came from inferior and superior vena cava. Then it will go to your right atrium. Your right atrium will now go to your right ventricle, passing through your tricuspid valve. Okay? So right atrium, passing to your tricuspid valve, going to your right ventricle. Then it will go to your lungs, passing to your pulmonary artery. Artery siya, no? Though it is unoxygenated. Now, when it goes to your lungs, it is being oxygenated in your lungs. Then it will now go back to your heart, passing to your pulmonary vein, oxygenated na siya, going to your left atrium, okay? Left atrium, now it will go to your left ventricle, passing to your mitral valve or your bicuspid valve. Then it will go to your aorta, passing to your aortic valve. Okay? Tapos pupunta na siya doon sa it will now go to your major artery, which is your aorta. Okay. Now, number 23, which blood transports the oxygenated blood from the structure of the head and neck into the right atrium? Of course, yung superior yan. Superior vena cava. Okay? Superior vena cava. So, which of the following transports oxygenated blood into the heart? Oh, pulmonary, oxygenated, pulmonary vein, di ba? From your lungs, na na-oxygenate na siya, it will go to your pulmonary vein, going to your left atrium, then going to your left ventricle, passing to your bicuspid valve. Masabi ko yan kanina. Number 25. So the answer there is your pulmonary vein, which is letter A. Number 25, which of the following is the outer layer of the heart? Yan po yung epicardium. Outer layer siya. Then the next layer is your myocardium. And the inner layer is your endocardium. Diba? Which was the question last time, ano? Dyan sa taas. And which blood vessels distribute oxygen and nutrients directly into the tissues? Of course, yung capillaries natin. These are the minute blood vessels. Okay? So basically, your capillaries. Number 27, a systemic blood pressure reading always consists of two numbers, which are called your systolic and diastolic. SD. Okay? Yung inuman sa session, ay wala na. Close na pala yung inuman na yun, SD. Okay. Number 28, which of the following is not a component of plasma? Of course yan, platelet. Okay? Iba po yung platelet. So, your plasma is composed of protein, water, and ions. Meaning, ions, these are your electrolytes. So, please take note, your plasma has electrolytes. You have your sodium, your potassium, your magnesium, your phosphate, your calcium, what else? Phosphate, chlorine. Okay? You have those things in your plasma, but not platelet. Okay? So, yung plasma natin, ito po yung liquid part ng ating blood. Okay. 29. What is bilobe organ located in the mediastinum between the sternum and the aorta? So, yan po yung thymus natin. Your thymus. That is your bilobe organ located in the mediastinum between the sternum and the aorta. That is your thymus. Okay, what is the largest mass of lymphatic tissue in the body? Of course, yung spleen natin. Spleen. Which antibodies are abundant and are found in the blood, lymph, and the intestines? Ano? Your immunoglobulin A. So, your answer there should be letter B. Immunoglobulin. Ibig sabihin ng kuan ng IG is immunoglobulin. Okay? Number 32. Which of the following structure covers the larynx when swallowing? What? Which of the following structure covers the larynx when swallowing? Okay? It is a protective device. That is your epiglottis. Okay? That is your epiglottis. So, when you swallow, your your larynx is being covered by your epiglottis so that, or to avoid passage, avoid passage of food and water into your lungs para hindi ka magkaroon ng aspiration, pneumonia, or asphyxiation. Number 33, which of the following moistens the air and traps dust? Yan po yung ating goblet cells. So these are which of the following moistens air and trap dust? So ibig sabihin, we are talking about your respiratory system, particularly your lungs. Now, your lungs have goblet cells. So they are the ones that are producing mucus, okay, that will now trap the foreign debris which you will be coughing out later on. Okay? Yung cilia natin, cilia is a projectile, minute projectile structures that are moving, which will aid you in expectorating the mucus. Your alveola is the one, is where your gas exchange happens, yung ating alveola. Okay, it is the functional unit of your lungs. Okay, and of course, the blood vessels in your alveola is your capillaries. So number 33, your answer there is letter B. Number 34, which among the following structures prevents backflow of food from the small intestine to the stomach? Which among the following structure prevents backflow of food from the small intestines into the stomach? That is your pyloric sphincter. Your pyloric sphincter is the junction between your stomach and your esophagus. Okay? Yan yung po yung the junction of your stomach and your esophagus, yan po yung cardiac sphincter natin. Yung pyloric sphincter is the junction between your stomach and your small intestines, particularly your jejunum. Okay? So, walang silbi ang thyroid dyan. Number 35. What structure is a muscular tube that serves a passageway of food and air? O, ano pa ang nagpapas ba sa esophagus nyo? Sana food lang, ha? Tsaka water. Wala nang iba. Utang na loob. So, food lang dapat tsaka water. Huwag iba-iba dyan ang pinapassage. Pag deep throat, the structure is, what structure is a muscular tube that serves as a passageway of both yan kasi ang sinabi, both air and food. So that is your pharynx. Pag esophagus, that is for food only. Pag larynx, that is for air only. Pag pharynx, both. Okay? So basically, pharynx muna before esophagus, pharynx muna before larynx. Okay. Number 36. Where does the appendix attach to? Appendix attached to your cecum, no? Ceco. Joke. Ceco, no? Cecum. Okay? That is the first part of your large intestine, particularly in your ascending colon. Ascending colon na large intestine. So, your ang tawag dito? Your appendix is attached to your cecum, particularly near your ileocecal junction. Number 37, what are the functional units of your kidneys? Of course, yung nephron natin. There are how many nephrons per kidney? So, meron tayong tigo 1 million kidneys, nephrons per kidney. Okay? So, yung cortex po, saan ba makakita? Doon sa, wala, yung answer na lang. Hindi natin, wala kayong picture eh. Yung glomerulus, this is basically found inside your Bowman's capsule. Okay, so I hope you know the diagram of the nephron. So if this is the Bowman's capsule, the glomerulus are inside. Okay, the cortex are outside. Ano? It's basically a part of your sa kidney na yan, dun sa tissue. And number 38, which of the following consists of peripheral layer extending from the capsule to the bases of the pyramid and renal columns? That is your cortex. Oh, yun yun, na-describe. Which of the following consists of peripheral layer extending to the capsule to the bases of the pyramid and the renal columns? That is your cortex. Okay, 39. What is the purpose of Bartholin's gland located near the vaginal opening? Anong purpose niyan? Ha? Yan. Pampadulas po, ano? What is the purpose of your Bartholin's gland? It acts as a lubricant for those who are still producing. Okay, so mga hindi na nagpo-produce ng secretion sa Bartholin's gland, sorry na lang, ano? Masyadong siguro yan, rough na. Okay, so that is to lubricate the vaginal opening during sexual arousal. Okay, to lubricate. Okay, number 40. What character of the heart receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs? What chamber of the heart receives oxygen-rich blood? Of course, left ventricle. They're the ones that are receiving oxygenated blood from your lungs. Okay? Nasabi ko na yan kanina. Chamber of the heart that first receive unoxygenated blood. Of course, right atrium yan. Right atrium. Okay? Right atrium. Ay, mali. Oh. Number 40. What chamber of the heart receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs? Oxygen-rich blood from the lungs. The answer here should be right atrium. Letter B, ha? Right atrium muna, hindi left. Number 40, left atrium muna. Okay? Left atrium. Okay? Left atrium. Kasi ano ang sagot nila dito? Left ventricle. Left atrium receives rich blood from left ventricle. Hindi mali. So your answer there should be left atrium. Okay? Left atrium going to your left ventricle. Then left ventricle going to your aorta. Now, so your answer there should be letter B. Okay? May correction tayo dyan. Number 41, chamber of the heart that first receives unoxygenated blood. That is your letter D. It should be right atrium. Okay? Right atrium. Unoxygenated blood yan. Okay? Number 42, which of the following neurotransmitters are the ones responsible for making the muscle to contract? Okay, anatomy na yan. Microanatomy. So, GABA immunobutyric acid or your GABA is a wrong answer. So, responsible for making neurotransmitter. So, your answer there is your letter C, acetylcholine. Ano? Your dopamine, that is your happy neurotransmitter. Your serotonin, that is your sleeping neurotransmitter. Tapos, number 43, problems with memory and learning would relate to which of the following lobes? Okay, so your letter D, the temporal lobe functions to regulate memory and learning problems because of the integration of your hippocampus. The frontal lobe regulates your thinking, planning, and judgment. So your critical thinking yan, pag yung frontal lobe natin. Okay? Pag memory and learning, that is your temporal lobe. For your occipital lobe, it is responsible for your vision. The parietal lobe is responsible for your sensation. Parietal sensory functions. Number 44, when performing an assessment to determine which medication can be used, which of the following statement elements is important? Okay? Allergies. Okay? When performing an assessment to determine which medication can be used, which of the following elements is important? That's why you are doing skin testing, right? Before, especially antibiotics, you're doing skin testing to check whether the body is reactive. Ano? So if the body is allergic to this medication, you should not be giving that. Why? Tignan nyo na lang, please take into consideration, in your skin testing, it is only 0.1 of the medication. Diba? You will be getting 0.1 of the medication, 0.1 ml, and you will be diluting it with 0.9 plain NSS or distilled sterile water. So, i-dilute nyo pa siya. Then you are trying to do your skin testing. I hope you know what skin testing is. Okay? So, if it is reactive, okay? So, magbabulge, di ba? There is redness, there is inflammation. If it is a positive sign that the patient is allergic to that medication. Now, imagine that you will be giving a concentrated medication. Magbabulge yan, di ba? It will, ang tawag natin dyan, di ba, nag-elevate siya. So, it will be, there will be inflammation, tama? So, if there is inflammation in that skin, imagine the whole medication given to the patient intravenously. Of course, if there is inflammation outside during skin testing, giving concentrated medication will also cause inflammation, particularly in your airway. So if there's an inflammation in your airway, the tendency is there will be block passage of airway. So ibig sabihin, there is decreased oxygen supply that will be going to the different parts of the body. So you are now compromising your oxygenation. Yan po. Kaya tayo nag-check ng why we are doing skin testing to avoid anaphylactic shock that causes obstruction in the passage of your airway. Okay, number 45. The nurse is planning to assess the abdomen of an adult male. What should be done first? Okay, the nurse is planning to assess the abdomen of an adult male. What should be done first? Okay, ask the patient to empty the bladder. Okay, why? To avoid interruption during the assessment and the patient comfort. Because in assessment of your bladder, ay of your abdomen, you are going to palpate, di ba? Ipapalpate natin. We have light palpation and deep palpation. Now, in cases that the bladder is full, that will give discomfort to your patient, lalo na pag full ang bladder natin. Okay? And next one. So your answer there should be letter A. Number 46, to palpate the spleen, where should you begin your assessment? Saan ba yung spleen natin? That is in your left upper quadrant. Okay? Your spleen is located in your left upper quadrant. Yung ating right upper quadrant, you can locate your liver, what else? Your gallbladder, and right lower quadrant, you can locate there your a part of your large intestines and your appendix. And in your left lower quadrant, nandyan din po yung a part of your large intestines, particularly your sigmoid and descending colon. Okay. 47. To palpate for tenderness of an adult appendix, where should you begin? Of course, nasabi ko kanina, left lower quadrant. Okay? To percuss the liver of an adult, where should the nurse begin the assessment? Right upper quadrant. Yun, ano? Pati yung ating gallbladder nasa right upper quadrant. Number 49, the nurse is preparing 49. The nurse is preparing to assess abdomen of hospitalized clients 2 days after abdominal surgery. The nurse should, okay, prep na to, ano? You are preparing a patient. Ano po ang gagawin natin? What should you do? Okay? Of course, you need to inspect the abdominal area first. Okay? Inspect muna. In your health assessment, you have you are following the we are following the IPPA, right? In your abdomen, inspection, what else? In your abdomen, we are using your IAPP, IAP, diba? Inspection, auscultation, percussion, and palpation. Aside from the abdomen, ano? Yun na, ginagamit natin sa abdomen yun. Pag sa ibang systems or parts of the body, you use your IPPA. So, dito, the question says that the nurse is preparing to assess the abdomen, ano? Assessment. So, meron tayong stages, what should we do first, di ba? We should do inspection first. Di ba? Inspection muna yung gagawin natin. So, you need to inspect the abdominal area first. Okay? And number 50, when assessing the client for current medication, which of the following is not included? When assessing the client for current medication, which of the following is not included? So, are you going to, of course, the question says, when assessing the client for current medication, which of the following is not included? So, of course, vitamins and supplements, over-the-counter drugs, herbal preparation. So, you include that. What is not included? Your recreational drugs, okay? For current medications, be sure to include prescription drugs, over-the-counter drugs, herbal drugs, okay? Include also dosage and frequency. Recreational drugs natin, ito yung mga alcohol. Yan. Shabu, drugs. Yan. So that's it for 1 to 50. So let's try to continue later on for yung ating 50 to 51 to 100. Okay?